Hi girls, this is the video for 7E, equations with brackets. So in this little note section here, they say that, when you have brackets, you need to expand. So you just need to remember that you go 3 times x, 3x, and then 3 times 4, or 12, and you keep the sign in between. Same here, 4b minus 2 times 4 is 8. And then it talks about like terms, and like terms can be collected but only on one side of the equals bar. So I could combine this to be 12x, but sometimes you get confused with this because it can only be done on one side of the equals. Let's do a couple. So I know I can start this one, and if you paused and did this, I'm sure you'd get it right, but now it becomes a regular old equation where I take 12 and divide by 3. This one's a little bit different because it's a negative. So if you had your calculator out, if you wanted it, you could make sure of your negative signs because you'll have your calculator on your exam. I'll try to get that out of the light. And it would be negative 12 times 3, or negative 36q, plus negative 12 times 5, or negative 60, equals negative 132. I would probably change that. Maybe I would have recognized right from the start to put a minus sign there, but if I didn't, I'd change 2 signs between 2 numbers. Now I have to add 60 because I'm taking. So I need to be super careful on this side and put negative 132 plus 60, negative 72 was negative 36q. And I need to be careful to divide by negative 36 because that's the number that's in front of the q. So I get positive 2. Remember, you can always put this back in up here, left-hand side, to check and see if you're right. Oops, sorry, I went off the page there a little bit. Okay, the next one is the one where you have to combine like terms. So this gives me 8x minus 20 plus 3x equals 57. And I need to combine these two x's before I can start my solving. So I do 8x and 3x are 11x. And now it's the regular old add 20. And divide by 11. So the only real new step is expanding and then combining these two. This one gives me this, 6k plus 2, and over here I have to expand again and get 10k minus 30. Now here's what I'm talking about. I can't combine these two because they're on opposite sides of the equals. So I have to go back to that chapter before when I did the problem by taking 6k from both sides. And then adding 30. Kind of deciding which side you want the numbers on and which side you want the k's on. Okay, after you've watched me do that, you might want to write it down again and try to do it without looking at the answer. And then there's your problems.